And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. In our first game in the Republica DLC, we're on round 60. We have 9 decisions awaiting us. We've completed War Soul recomposition, so replacing that will be one of those decisions. Completed Rocketry, replacing that will be one of those decisions. The commander of the 4th Infantry has stood down, so probably replacing them will be one of those decisions. If you're wondering where all these decisions are coming from, when we have 9 this turn. Indignation over opulency will support protesters' sentiments. I suppose we could go full on and compensate for the virtue increase. What's the private greenhouse doing for you? Granting you +5 to ecology. So I'm not sure a role that I really care about you having a bonus to. You have pretty high relations, yeah. We're gonna take a hit with you and confiscate it. Drops you back down to basically neutral 50. Unhappy with taking his property, but the population is jubilant. Gained +1 virtue. We need to do a lot of that, apparently. Let the rallies continue.
Roger that.
Let the rallies continue.
Understood.
And
yes,
can it? Sure. Camp 1, probably going to be given a military command. You can go to unit decision here. Camp 1, you get a military command.
Understood. Roger that.
It's fine. Deep core mining is being offered. If I needed more oil, we could do that. Although we got pretty good access to water, so... Water into food, food into petrol is probably the path we want to go down, instead of deep core mining. Yeah, I think we're good with the water for the moment. I'm gonna do hospital here. What I should do is I should also tell them to redirect a little bit more to storage. Discovery. There are techs that we want to find that we're not being offered right now. We want hydroponics. We want RPG. RPG is, of course, military, not an ecotech. Geotectonics wouldn't be terrible. We're trying to work down towards high-tech. And housing wouldn't be bad. Housing VidCom wouldn't be bad. Can I do rocket engine with you? I can. Simply for pushing towards metal swale rocket would not be terrible. Yeah, this is not, I think, an appropriate planet for rocket, but...
Roger that.
Trying to get to other techs we want, that'll work. Buffing the water mine yield. 185,000 more water there. Good. That should delay the water, or raise the water yields for a little while. Get the civilians producing more water in the meantime. Oh no, it's this stack that had the dues. There's the dues. Mass upgrade, SHQ 3, remaining 13.
Yes, sir.
All 13 are upgraded. Okay, so Soldier 2s, the obsolete Soldier 2s have now been completely replaced with the new improved Soldier 3s. Okay, colonist-wise, I would like to get the city up to level 2 before we move on to saving it for the next city.
Understood.
Working on improving that truck station. Okay. Would also probably make sense to improve the central one. Thinking. Either that or start investing in rails, and we're not quite that rich with metal yet, so yeah, just improve the main truck station.
Aye, aye, sir.
I think we've got enough power. Yeah, I think we've got enough power that I'm going to go begin upgrading of high command offices.
Aye, aye, sir.
Should have enough metal, even with the truck stations being built, for that to occur. And then if we don't get any interesting cards, we roll the turn. Oh, improvised IP. Let's roll the improvised IP.
Order acknowledged.
258 more IP, not bad.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Dig out some more spies so we get some more understanding of what's behind places. That's a miner that does not look like a territory. Would be a good idea to get contact with them so we can maybe try to negotiate something. Okay, we can see the bullets are definitely moving in now that we've got the ammo factory going. As soon as we can get professional soldiers to be opposite of the mutants, we might start shooting. I think the professional soldiers will be effective enough to go face-to-face without any encirclement these days. 115 soft attack versus 30 HP and a 15... Well, effectively defending only a 7 soft attack defense. Or soft defense. So, yeah, definitely I think our professionals can handle the mutants. To sweep the mutants out here. Pick up the ruins here. Tome base. Okay. Tackling that turn. Suffered no losses nor made any kills. We have 4 decisions on round 61. Got our AT gun. Got a Medal of Merit. Does our Foreign Affairs Counselor have a Medal of Merit? That cabinet's going to be the best way to find that guy. No. So if you don't, you get a metal merit pinned to your chest.
Copy that.
Charisma. Mostly recovered your opinion. Good to see.
Affirmative.
No new orders here. We're technically missing the high-speed machine gun, which is actually required for the improved machine guns. So we're not going to upgrade the machine gun anymore until we get a high-speed machine gun. It's how that's going to work out.
Understood.
You're the new commander for the 4th Line Infantry.
Roger that.
Looks like the mutants are kind of withdrawing from us, which maybe isn't super surprising. Yeah, so try to pin down. I think we got a... That is a Marauder. I think there's a mutant here. Trying to get around behind us.
Understood.
Okay, next turn I think we'll raise another brigade, again, to go on the Major's borders. If we end up getting the entire border covered with the units, we'll probably actually start the war and not wait for them to start it, but at the moment we're happy because our units are still a little dispersed, focusing on other fronts. Construction-wise, the truck station there has completed. Okay. Again, that helps to buy us a little bit more range. We don't have the metal for rails. And then those are under construction. Okay, I've got 200 surplus metal. A couple different options I can go with. I can go with improving the metal mines. I can go with expanding scavenging. Or the one I think I'm going to go with is more bureaucracy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's also a little bit more solar power.
Aye, aye, sir.
There we go. Prospecting push. Is there any unknown deposits? No, not that we're expecting at least. $50-50 on getting 8
Copy
points.
that.
Gets us 1.
Copy that.
Gets us 2. Okay, we're up to 5. That's probably all we want for the moment. It does say we probably don't want to take these 2 anymore, because we point where we can take 50-50s on getting more without massive drawbacks.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders. Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna go and cycle the turn. See what happens over the end turn here. Slow and steady, because there's no easy to grab population centers, at least in the moment, without fighting a major war. Black Keep, Guardians. Compose peace with the Guardians. Let's do that.
Copy that.
We'll see if we can negotiate a protectorship deal with them. That'll is guarantee that we get that population center, even if it's only temporary before some major runs them over. Round 62. We suffer no losses nor many kills. We have 6 decisions. Low virtue. Reduce life force of our nation. Doesn't inspire other cultures anymore. Oh, contraire, sir. Flagstaff people start to see us as stagnant. Oh, dear. Research in the hospital. Private investment. Okay.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's not actually bad for accepting someone from an existing faction.
Copy that.
Order acknowledged.
Safety protocol ignored. We'll take the pot. It's
Understood.
decreased to get morality. We do not inspire anymore. Do our almost avoid it.
Yes, sir.
And consider us stagnant. Yeah, well. Be what it may. Can't quite raise the whole unit there. Although we should be able to raise the next unit and just strategically redeploy most of it over there. Oops. I tossed the militia that was supposed to be garrisoning the city over. That'll eat a little bit of our shipment, but that'll be fine. There we go. Most of it's arrived. And then colonists still ship into here. Although we're fighting people migrating out, which is always the struggle.
Understood. Order acknowledged.
It didn't get very much there because it's a pretty small city. That's fair. Offer protection on them. Oh, we lost our... Didn't keep enough info on them. Okay.
Affirmative.
Bet more spies next time. And then construction's presumably going well. Okay, bureaucratic office is done. We can probably be working on another bureaucratic office in the meantime. Still not need to be worried about running out of metal. Yeah, let's build up one in the capital. Gonna have that bureaucracy expanded to meet the needs of the expanding bureaucracy after all. Is that sales tax a little bit more?
Copy that. Copy that. Copy that.
Okay, let's cycle the turn. Marauders attack us. That works out well for us. Kill 400 of the Marauders over the end turn. It's around 63. We got 5 decisions. Pushing my faction to be more populist. Purchase score is now 59.4. That's fair. That is what it is. High-speed machine guns. We do want that so we can get better machine guns and improve the machine gun guys. Okay. Increasing populism. Actively pushing faction to be more populist. Sometimes to win we have to be more theatric, sir. Yes, moderate, please. No, let it pass. We're going democracy, so we'll let them democracy. Clean elections law. Sir, on the initiative of the Syndicate Armed Front, the Parliament is holding a vote whether to enact the clean election law. It is no longer acceptable that governors and commanders influence their subjects in what to vote. Governors and commanders no longer influence the votes of their subjects. Leaders with a democracy profile get +1 per turn. Costs 7% of the remaining BP, or a minimum of 63 BP. Careful oversight avoids election day panic. Sure, we're gonna lean back. We're gonna let this pass. Everyone wants this, so I would have to put all my effort behind being like, no, for this not to pass. We're gonna let it go.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Do I want to turn Discovery up? I forgot to turn Discovery up in the meantime. Yeah, we want to go like 50-50 on this. 50-50. Which on this is actually 25-25, because we're splitting with prospecting and economic.
Order acknowledged.
Protests against high income tax. Give them one time, fix some tax rate.
Aye, aye, sir.
New commander for the 7th. You're a governor, and I'd like you to stay a governor, thank you. You're a governor, and you know, I could probably tolerate you not being a governor. Sure.
Understood.
Let you change jobs. You can go command the troops if you really want that. Oh, I forgot to spread this one out. That's my mistake. I missed it there. Okay. So that means you can move to there, and you can move to there, which now means I want to push that unit farther that way, but that'll work out. Given enough moving things around, it'll work out. Okay, got enough information. We can now embed some spies back in here to get contact again. Let's get a few spies embedded so the spies don't disappear too quickly. Okay, I think things are going reasonably well. We didn't get as many colonists on the last turn for whatever reason. At least recruiting from you for some reason. Oh, that was the place where we had the cultural adaptation score drop. Fair enough, that's what did it there, okay.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
You're missing health and security. I am going to fix the health. Can't fix the security yet, but we can fix the health. Grandeur points for a grand monument, okay.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Yeah, working on that hospital. That'll help with the health out in that zone, which should help with improving the culture. Make it a little bit easier to keep the people in the zone. Okay, let's cycle a turn. Actually, before I cycle a turn, let's extend this road. To a lesser extent, that road. I'm going to splurge. I'm going to, and this is actually a splurge. We're going to also begin expanding the. Gotta click on the right hex. Expand the mine.
Yes, sir.
We're not getting a lot of metal from here. We're only getting 50 a turn, but upgrading the mine actually doubles the yield in this case, right? So we're going from 50, so we're getting 20% of the output of the mine, the asset by default right now. So we're going to go from 250 to 500, which means we're going to go from 50 to 100. In theory, this is the place where we can take the mine all the way up to level 4, so we can quadruple the output of this mine. Whether that's a smart idea because it's only an accessibility 2 mine is a more complicated decision. This is, at this point, this is a safe mine. I'm on board with trying to rapidly extract from it. This one over here is not a safe mine. We're extracting it because it's a better mine, and the first level is really cheap. But I'm not willing to pay extra to get that one going faster because of how exposed it is. 7 losses, no remaining kills. We got 5 decisions. Discover the APC. And we've got bandits. Or not bandits, rebels. Rebels for the neighbors. We could technically try to take advantage of that. We're not going to get there in time, though. Although the concern is I think they could take some of our territory and they could take it from us, but...
Open fire! Open fire! Mission successful.
There we go. Free Pokemon is dealt with. And any delays in the construction? Looks like there isn't. We are blowing through the metal a little quicker than I intended. It might be a little tight on the next turn at the current consumption rate. Yeah, because the consumption dropped by 300. Consumption dropped by 300. We might be fine. I might not need to do anything. It might not delay anything by a turn. Or it might. At this point, I'm just going to write it out. I want more bureaucracy before we do more orgs.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Might as well develop that APC. Apparently I've got... Oh, did we finish the advanced machine gun? Must have finished the advanced machine gun. Or high speed or whatever. Because we've got Gauss here. We'll take the Gauss. Gauss, we do armor, we do full engine.
Understood.
New governor. We got a Camp 2 or a Camp 2. Saying you are more suitable, so you get the job. Oh, we're technically not at war with them yet. And we might as well violate their territory a little bit more to get our troops into position before we actually declare. If we're going to manually declare and take the fist penalty. I can prep a little bit to make it easier to stomach, which is we offer them protection, knowing they'll say no. Critical failure, so they like us less. Highest we can roll there would be 196. Obviously, that's lower than 268. I send them humanitarian aid, yes.
Copy that.
Inverse of the difficulty. Relationship went up 45 points. So that should make the offer protection easier to push. Because we're now up at 85 opinion of them. Grab some more virtue. 11 more virtue. Pushes us back up to 69. That's a good change. You know what? I'm gonna take the treasure board.
Aye, aye, sir.
Look at this, more metals. That might delay, and it might make it so that we're more likely to not get a delay. And then we'll try to backfill the
Copy
fight
that.
points.
Copy that.
Managed to backfill one. No expectation on prospecting yet. Oh, let me finish the troop jig over here. You can see they have tanks. And those are reasonably scary tanks. They're full 50mm, 60mm howitzered light tanks. Those would not be fun to fight. That's about as good as they're going to get until we get polymer armor, though. So, not expecting those to jump up in severity. The biggest problem with fighting that is we don't got a good anti-tank weapon right now. Although I suppose we are working. Well, we got to discover it. That's what I need to do. Or, well, call you up.
Standing by for orders.
Priorities. 50-50, please. I'd like you to increase the probability of discovering, because we need RPGs, please. I'd like to have some RPGs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's cycle that turn. Round 65, and suffer no losses nor many kills. We have 5 decisions. Richie score is now at 68.2, so the game's like, ah, it's rising. Note, we just got plus 11, it's already dropping again. Research complete university, okay. Propaganda assistant, that'll help out our foreign affairs. Director. High-tech vault, so if we need some high-tech parts to set up our high-tech industry, that would be nice. Mission possible for more fate points.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
We'll go barracks here,
Order acknowledged.
given
Yes,
some of the
sir.
demands. Guardians offer technology. We will, of course, buy.
Copy that.
Include the deal. So I think this is discovery, not immediately get a free tech. We'll pay the
Copy
black
that.
because we're not ready to fight you. Western bombs, yeah, discovery. So it's been discovered for us. Obviously, that reduces the number of discoveries we need to find what we want. Or if that was what we wanted, then that saved us time. Did we have any delays due to metal? I think the answer is no. Good. Solar panel field 3 completed. Metal mining facility done, so that's going to double the yield there. High command still proceeding. Oh, we did have a delay. Hospital finished next turn. Shame, but it's fine. We can work with that. The other one we want there was security, right? Yeah, so we want to wait until we get the barracks, which is the next one. Really, the spies have already failed to maintain the desired
Affirmative.
recon.
Affirmative.
Shame, spies.
Affirmative.
I was going to go reach out to try to get our offer protection, and apparently we can't. Because the spies have already cleared up.
Copy that.
Another fate point. We're going to propaganda assistant, director, foreign affairs right away.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Because buffing all our attempts at diplomacy is always nice. Okay, so that's most of the mutants. We're doing a pretty good job, I think, of surrounding them. Again, we probably want their... Oh, we're already at very low, so it's only just the 3% fist increase. So there's nothing really stopping us from declaring. Other than, I don't think we have decisively encircled them yet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna let that continue. Money is actually a little low. I'll do a sell of something. Let's sell some petrol. Making decent petrol.
Yes, sir.
Give us a nice war chest if anything were to happen. Or you want to throw money at the problem. Good old money. Working on the rocket engines again, trying to get the foreign chemistry so we can get advanced chemistry for things like polymer armor, metal cell filtration. We're not desperate for cerminization. We probably want high-tech industry for cerminization, but definitely some very good techs in there. The big one is the metal cell and, well, sometimes cerminization. If you got a lot of water and you got a lot of high-tech parts, cerminization is pretty good. Missiles are anti-tank rockets. Polymer armor obviously is the prerequisite for heavy combat. Cycle a turn. Waiting for more troops to recruit. Waiting for our troops that are recruited to get into position. Round 66. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. One of the territories has just declared war on us, so this is probably the mutants. And because they've declared on us, that just drags the other major into war with them. Make a big difference. Yeah, was the mutants. Mutants have officially decided that we are not to be trusted, which is fair. We're apparently not to be trusted. We haven't been respecting their borders at all.
Open fire! Open fire! Mission successful. Move out. Mission accomplished. Move out.
I think that was the first batch of casualties we took during the turn. One militia unit was destroyed, and its associated unit perk. Complete destruction of that pocket. you know, arguably the goal is to get to north of the map here. We can control north to south pole. We've got decisions we have to interact with. Means we hire their candidate, so we'll accept that. All design focused, yeah. And scrap versus clean. Scrap, we get money. Clean, we get political power. We'll take the clean.
Understood.
Do I need any peripheral mining? Any overview, reserves? Not yet. Good to have that in the pocket in case we do need it later. Flagstone has the chance for some prospecting.
Order acknowledged.
Or not Flagstone. Flagslope has some prospecting. Critical success. We found a metal deposit. That's all we think there is, although we found it. And it's probably... oh, up here. Up in the territory we just took over. Fair enough. Really good one. 9 ease of access. That might be worth trying to actually put a city near, just for the exploitation of. Although, I want to finish the city we're currently working on before we start new ones. As you do. I want to finish my current project before I start new projects.
Yes, sir.
Hospital's done. That should help keep people in the town. And then we'll work on the barracks as soon as the barracks is researched. I think we need rocket engines into high speed. Okay, metal production is starting to be positive again, because we finished all the construction. How much power am I wasting a turn? 176. So if we were upgrade you, this would be 90 more power, so that's less than 176. We'll take
Aye,
that.
aye, sir.
At the same time, bureaucratic offices, another 50 something. So yeah, we'll take that. Bureaucratic offices at the same time. Or bureaucracy.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, cycle the turn. Round 67. We have 3 decisions. Run a monument. Okay. Decades of fanaticism. Soldier morale did meet the requirements, so we kept that promise. Developed our APC. Got some private investment to use. There will be no drills and exercises. Commerce for the win.
Affirmative.
No new orders for the moment. They offer technology. Sure, we'll pay them up for that. Geotectonics has been discovered. Cool. That's the Ecotech and Advanced Engineering. We would want to do that to try to get to high-tech industry quicker. Again, if we get 4 in here, we're into energetics as a potential discovery with the high-tech industry. And the ability to build high-tech parts is valuable, like the ability to build heavy industry. Thinking about that, when we're done with the bureaucracy, let's, I have not done it yet, let's build a heavy industry. We can artisanally make the machines we need to build the first one. And this is why you care about high-tech parts, right? Of course, is until you have high-tech industry, you don't have a source of high-tech parts other than the market. But machines, we have ways around it.
accomplished. Move out. Mission accomplished. Open fire! Open fire! Mission successful.
And yeah, we're attacking. What's left of the mutants here, we can probably just frontal attack to push them back. So I'm seeing a slight mountain range in here. Low mountains, if we needed to, we can punch over the top of. But if I can go around, let's go around. And I think this is actually a place where we can pretty much just go straight north up to the glacier up top. Okay, we got more colonists. Dump them in here.
Yes, sir.
Did I screw up? Put the colonists in the wrong spot? Maybe. No, actually, they just declined by 1.4k. So I undid most of the decline. Not what I want to see if I'm trying to get to level 2, but it is what it was. Yeah, probably finish with the rest of the mutants here. Push to the north. Then we gotta decide whether we want to go west or east. Probably send the militia west, send the professional troops east. That way, they're closer to the border with the theocrats in case they did start a war. Regime already has a master. Okay. These guys have made them their subject. Usually the theocrats don't want to blackmail you, don't really do that. But apparently that's how it happened. And they're already at war with the major. Okay. They're probably also at war with the major. Get our spies out and about. I wish to know things.
Affirmative.
What I'm going to need for this heavy industry. 2,500 metal, so we got about half the metal we need, and 20 machines. We got 8. So we got about half the metal, half the machines. We got the high-tech parts, though. Round 68, we suffer no losses, nor many kills. We got 8 decisions winning us. Discovered the barracks, good. Discovered power banks, we may want that at some point. Discovered new model type, light tank. Revised IP, okay. 0 retirement, we want to retire someone. Okay, so you have perfect opinion with me. So we're gonna, to get the virtue increase, we're gonna yoink
Yes,
it.
sir.
It's only 1 virtue, but it's better than nothing. You're the advisor, we're gonna yoink your thing.
Yes, sir.
Again, only 1 virtue, but better than nothing.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Enforcement heart or neither, we do neither.
Copy that.
Economic Council. Oh, hydroponics. Hydroponics is in chemistry. Hydroponics for rocket engine will give us the 4 we need in chemistry to find middle soil filtration, submarinization, missiles, or most importantly, probably for us, because we don't really need the metal. The metal would be nice, but we don't need the metal. I don't need the power. I don't need the synthetic fuel. Polymer armor is the prerequisite for heavy combat armor. Next tier troops. Let's think in form of the military fist. Okay, hydroponics
Order
here.
acknowledged.
Light tank. Let's blueprint a light tank. Okay, so we're gonna give it the biggest engine. I'd like to give it the best armor. So it looks like we can do that without a movement penalty modifier. Up the gun. Okay, so I don't want to take, especially on a light tank, I don't want to take a 40% AP cost modifier. So we're not running full armor, full gun. Because we just have not enough AP. I think we'll accept a 40mm cannon. We'll run that, and then for what was it? The recon buggy we were doing. Yeah, the recon buggy wasn't too bad because the gas-powered machine gun's not too heavy. There's maybe an argument that if we probably want to upgrade the Gauss machine gun before we field more. We haven't fielded any, so it's an easy decision. Do that. We're going morality, so we'll just take it.
Understood.
Is that a word? In a major
Understood.
city.
Move out. Mission accomplished. Send in the cavalry. Mission successful.
Tanks doing what tanks do. Hit hard, hit fast, and give them a little space to react.
Move out. Mission accomplished.
Big batch of mutants surrendering. yeah, we're successfully advancing in most locations. Construction's proceeding. Extra stuff in the bureaucratic office will not be too terrible. Yeah, we want to get another brigade deployed. So, raise formation, light infantry, raise the formation. Strategic move. That dirt, small segment of dirt road for the moment. First three will get there, fourth won't quite get as far, fifth won't quite get as far, HQ gets the location, okay. And yeah, I'll take up that position, sort of push those guys farther north. In fact, because I know I'm going to take those 5 spots, let's start having them march farther north. $1,000 goes in here. It's only barely offsetting the migration away, which isn't good for the dreams of getting it to 25k, but soon it will get there. We're slowly incrementing it forward. In the meantime, we've got the barracks to build, which should help improve that quality of life and decrease the amount that people migrate away.
Copy that.
They're farmers, they're raiders. Okay, that explains why the raiders are be resistant to diplomacy, although they're at war with someone, so we wouldn't be able to redshirt them anyway. Okay, coming up on another hour here. So we're gonna put another part break in. I think we're making progress. We'll do 0 retirement on one of the terrible people in the reserve pool.
Copy that.
Order acknowledged.
I don't need the industry, so we'll hold off on the improvised IP. We're aims to buff the opinion of the commanders. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and cycle the turn here and put the part break in. As far as victory is concerned, we're up to 28%. Progress is slow, partially because we don't have good access to what remains of the remaining population. We're probably going to have to start a fight with someone. It's probably going to go with the theocrats to the east that are blackmailing us. I suppose if we push through to them, we can declare war on their subject and the raider, and that's more population. So that's 80,000. Can I find your capital? Your capital's somewhere. Oh, we don't know anything about their capital. We know something about it, but presumably they've got some population as well. So if we can nick their population, that's probably how we get to a winning state. We control 23% of the planet, 32.9% of the population. So yeah, if we're in a situation where we overrun one of the majors, we'll probably win pretty quickly. And I think we're getting close to the position where we'll probably think about that. Again, if we're thinking one in here, probably one in there. And then yeah, maybe we let that or intentionally push for war. We know their tanks are a little bit scary, so it would be tempting to also get some, you know, vehicles to support the attack instead of having a massive human wave. Although, based on how holy their line is, they might withdraw in the face of a human wave. But then, obviously, we probably want some vehicles to run them down in that situation. Yeah, the run is going well. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. We're going to cycle this turn here, and we're going to end after we see what the AI does in this end turn. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here, so we can get up, stretch legs, sip some tea, and then we'll record for 1 more hour tonight before we bring the stream to a final close. It is will be round 69. We will have 4 decisions when we come back. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.